My name is Denise Rakobin. I am a sexual assault nurse examiner for adult, adolescent, and pediatrics.
So my name is Imani Lindberg. I'm the Director of Advocacy Services at the University of Northern Colorado.
I'm Ann Seymour. I'm fortunate to serve as the Associate Academic Program Director for the National Mass Violence Center.
My name is Kelly Tyndall. I'm a Senior Victim Advocate at the Ventura County District Attorney's Office.
I'm Sarah Ann Massey. I'm the founder and president of Hire Survivors.
Dana was the Family Advocacy Victim Advocate at Robins Air Force Base.
As an emergency room nurse for 25 years, we saw people come in all the time that were survivors of violence. And when I discovered forensic nursing, I discovered a way to fill that gap for my community. And the other part of my why is for my family.
I do this work because I care about my community. I graduated from the University of Northern Colorado back in May of 2020. I was also a student advocate with ASAP. I really appreciate the position that I'm able to hold on campus.
I get to proudly stand up for survivors. As advocate, we get to help them learn about the wide range of resources that are available to guide them on their journey toward justice. And our contributions to positive progress change how survivors are treated.
I was a victim. I know what it feels like. And I think the most powerful thing I can bring to the table as a victim advocate is my empathy and understanding of what it takes to stand up for yourself. In their time where they were told that their voice won't be heard is the reason I get out of bed in the morning.
When I came forward about being a survivor of Harvey Weinstein, I experienced a lot of the things that I had always been afraid of: retaliation in my career. While there's so many amazing organizations and individuals doing work for survivors, I saw a real gap. So I created sort of a game plan building on how the entertainment industry works and how to be inclusive of survivors. I had never intended to start a nonprofit, but it was in that moment that I realized the real work gets done by the people who have these lived experiences, who are impacted the most. And so if I had solutions and if I had ideas about how to make things better, not just for survivors, but for everybody, it felt like it was a gift and a responsibility to take on this work and to find people who could help me execute it.
She felt very, very strongly this was her calling. She was called to help people in this particular way, and she took it very seriously. In terms of what kept her coming every day, she just had such a strong heart for what she did. That's what she believed the Lord called her to do.
My community partners are the most amazing human beings I have ever met. Our goal as a group is to get everybody on the same page so that we can let assailants know they're not welcome here. Just having the support system that we have for each other has been the one thing that has been able to keep me going.
Obviously, the victim advocacy field is a pretty high burnout field, and so I really would not be able to do this work without the team members that I work with. My partner, who is very understanding of me having to leave my house at 3 a.m. to respond to a call. Obviously, those things aren't easy, but I'm able to really turn into my support system.
Our field has been described as grassroots. It was a community of crime survivors united by NOVA that began our collective journey towards justice over 50 years ago. Today, it's a community of professionals knowing that we have each other to rely upon and to never ever give up, because that's simply not an option for victim advocates.
It's been the saving grace. You know, the political climate and the economy and bad things in the world has slowed down funding and rights services going to the most vulnerable people in the world right now. And the community has so stepped up. And just to have community to help promote the victims in their needs has been amazing. Community partnership is the key to making it through these tough times.
I couldn't do the work that I do. I couldn't tell the stories that I tell. I couldn't implement the programming that I implement without the community of survivors and allies behind me who really believe in the work that Hire Survivors does. We have an advisory board of over 30 people. We have people really putting our name into rooms that we're not in all across the country and the world. And without that sense of community, we exist in this tiny little bubble. Sometimes it's one person big, sometimes it's a few people. But the more we can expand our community, the more we can reach out to people who might share experiences with us, but also have different lived experiences, different perspectives that they look at things through, the more effective our work can be and the faster it can spread.
Dana started out at the Safe House in Warner Robins, Georgia. It was her first job out of college, and in her career field, she served the Warner Robins community both in civilian and military. She was very, very involved in the Houston County Family Violence Commission here. She was always the one who was in front, again, with all of the resources, right? So all of the community happenings that were going on as it related to children and adults and family violence. She worked for so long in the Warner Robins community that everybody in the local community who had anything to do with family violence, from judges to attorneys to all of the helping agencies, law enforcement, 911, they all knew Dana. So she was very, very involved with the community.
This work has actually meant the world to me, and just the thought for just a second that somebody thought enough. It's just so humbling that somebody thinks that much of the work that I do, because a lot of the work that we do is behind the scenes and it goes unnoticed. And just knowing that Nova saw enough in whatever the person that nominated me wrote to even take a second look is just amazing.
I really just want to emphasize how grateful we are to receive this award. The work that we do goes unseen in a lot of ways. And again, I reiterate this constantly in spaces that I am, but again, my students are unpaid. We are a predominantly student-led office as well. And so finding out that we had received it really was just such a big honor. We're just really grateful for this recognition.
I need to recognize the old buffaloes of our field. Our herd of old buffaloes has grown smaller. Our commitment to survivors and to our amazing field still sustains across time and across turbulence. I also want to thank my good friend, Dr. Marlene Young, the co-founder of NOVA, for whom this award is named. This award in Marlene's name is beautiful icing on the cake of my wonderful career, and I'm so grateful to NOVA to receive it.
The community to nominate me for this award means everything. It means our partnership is even stronger. Having the DA's office and allowing me the latitude to do the work that I do is phenomenal.
NOVA is such an incredible organization and such a stalwart in this space. And the fact that I was honored this year with this amazing award and this amazing recognition is obviously exciting and humbling, but it also gives me fuel to keep going in this work. And so to be recognized in this way makes me realize that what we're doing matters, what we're doing has an impact, and that it's really important to keep going.
Dana, she did not like being at the forefront of anything. She would think that someone else was deserving of this. She would say, I'm just doing my job. There's nothing special. It's not a big deal, because she was just doing it because that's what she felt like she was called to do. And she had an amazing work ethic. And so that's just what she would do.
Yeah, she was also considered one of our senior go-to victim advocates on the Air Force team. And everyone knew that they could call her for help, and she would always make time for you. She was always that safe space and that person that you could go to. The world has lost an absolutely beautiful, caring, and a fantastic advocate.